Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome to the Focus on Greatness podcast. My name is Hiram Roche, and as always, it is an honor to be able to be here with you, my greatness tribe. So, listen, throughout these past couple weeks or so, we have been on a journey together, and I've been enjoying this. I really, really have been enjoying this time together, these conversations that we have been having. And I believe that these conversations are helping each other, helping us. Is helping me in the dialogue. It's helping you through these conversations because what I believe is that through the process of us going against this system, this is what we've been talking about, is this context of this system that we have created within our own selves. And so we've been walking through this journey of really how to be able to not only just identify them, but then how to be able to come against these systems. And so we started talking about this system of thinking. Then we went from there to our emotion, the system in our emotion. And now we've been in this journey of talking about the system of our belief, of what we believe. And all of these is really at the end of the day talking about this thought process of what we believe in ourselves, how we are thinking about us. What are you thinking about you? How do you feel? What is the emotions that talk about you? That you have against or with yourself. What do you feel about you? And this month we've been leaning into talking about what you believe about you. And we started off, I would say, really diving into this very strongly. And because I believe, I feel and think, which is all of these comparisons of things, but I really believe that in this aspect of when it talks about us having our own belief system and believing in ourselves, I believe that it is the foundation for everything else that we do. And these conversations are very, very intentional, because I feel that if we do not have these conversations, if we do not break the negative system of our thought process and the negative emotions that we've had about ourselves, or even dealing with this context of how we believe and what we believe in ourselves, then it also affects everything else that we're going to talk about. And it also affects some of the things that we want to go after. And I always talk about or use this statement of even the things that we want to achieve. I believe at the end of the day, it's all based on this context of our belief system. And so, through these three combinations of things, our thought process, our emotions, and our belief system, it we have this reoccurring thing that starts to then happen that creates this concrete almost thought process or feeling of what we are now using as our convictions. These are the things that we are convicted about. These are the things that we believe that we cannot not do. And these are the things that we believe that we can do, because what we think has now been affirmed by what we feel. And those things together has now created a belief system. And this cycle of repetitive system piece has now created something so concrete in our lives that it's hard for us to break it, because now it has become a conviction. It's something that we live by. It's something that we shape our lives around. And so when we start to go against the system that we've been living by, when we start to go against this system of where we have been walking in and thinking about and feeling about and believing in, when it comes to ourselves, when we start to break this system, it starts to be able to allow us to be able to see some things bigger than ourselves. It starts to give us a different type of picture. It's almost like a person that's been living in the dark, and then all of a sudden you give them a small brink of light, and it allows them to be able to see things that they could not see before. But it wraps all in this context of what you believe about you. And when you start believing in yourself, believing in what you are capable of doing, believing in what you are feeling or seeing in front of you, when you start believing in the ability and the capability that you have to be able to walk into these different spaces, when you start believing in you, it's this light, it's this brink of space, of opportunity that then allows you to be able to see something totally different. It exposes you to a new realm of your own personality and your own space and strength and all of these things, all because you started breaking against the system that has been keeping you hostage in some sense. And so with this thought, that's why I have leaned in so heavily and so long in some sense through this conversation, because I want us to be able to start going against what we have been believing about ourselves and thinking about ourselves and feeling about ourselves, so that we can then start breaking into and breaking out and shifting things in our lives, because now we see something that we didn't see before. We're exposed to something we were not exposed before. We see now that there are more opportunities, there's different things, that my age does not depict my time in reference to what I can be able to accomplish and what I cannot. Those all of those things that we felt like were limitations, and things that we thought were things that was keeping us from being able to do things or go after things. Now we are able to start making adjustments, because now we are able to see differently, because now we are believing differently, because now we are feeling differently, and now we are thinking differently. So tonight, what I really wanted to make sure, as we in these conversations, to be able to start walking into some new things and seeing some new pictures, is I really wanted to make sure that before we ended this month of August, that there was a clarity that I wanted you to believe in you. It wasn't a thought process. It wasn't a question. It wasn't something that you missed in conversation. I want it to be simple. I want it to be clear. I want you to believe in you. I want you to believe in you. I want you to believe in what you can do. I want you to believe in what you want to create. I want you to believe in who you feel that you can become. I want you to believe in you. And I don't want you to believe in you based upon what someone else told you about you. I know for me, there has been times where I couldn't believe that I could do these things unless someone else told me that I could do these things. I felt like if I didn't get some form of affirmation or confirmation that this was something I was strong in, or this was something that I was good in, then if I didn't get that, then I must not really be able to do that. I must not be able to accomplish that. I must not be able to become that or be that. That must not be who I really am. And I recognize why I struggled with that. And a lot of that was because of how I was when I was younger. I've shared this with you before, and in the aspect of when I was younger, because I was raised as an only child, basically, for a majority of my life. I never liked the concept of feeling alone. So I became what I would consider as like a chameleon. I became different things for different people. And I felt like I needed to change to be this, and change in this room, and change for these people, so that these people can be able to accept who I was. So then now when I got to a place in my life where I wanted to be me, it was difficult for me to be able to be me, because being honest, I didn't know which one was me. Was I this person? Was I this person? And it was a struggle to be able to recognize that. So for some time trying to figure that out, I felt like I still needed someone to be able to say, this is you. Yes, this is you. You are this and you are that. And this is what you do well, until I got to a point in my life where I had to start believing in what my heart was saying. I had to get to a point where I started to believe in my own skill and ability. I'm not saying that I'm perfect in this context, but what I am saying is that I recognize how important it is for me to believe in me. Yes. Do I want my children to believe in me? Yes. Do I want my wife to believe in me? Yes. Do I want you as the podcast family, the greatness tribe? Yes. I want y'all to believe in me as well. And I want to believe in you. I do. I believe in you. I believe that you're skilled. I believe that you are gifted. I believe that you are anointed to do what you're called to do. I believe that you are powerful. I believe that you are strong. I believe that you are wise. I believe that you are creative. I believe all of those things about you. But at the end of the day, I need you to believe in you, not with the confirmation of someone else believing in you, not with someone else saying, yes, I believe you can do that. No, I want you to get the strength. I want you to be able to start believing, building that stamina to say, I can do this. There's a context of scripture that says, I can do all things. We use this context a lot. I can do all things through Christ that strengthen me. But the reality is, if you don't believe you can do all things, you won't feel or be able to see the access, that the strength, the connection, what that thing does when you do it through Christ. If you don't believe in you, if you don't believe you can do anything, if you don't believe that you have the strength to do this, or the strength to do what he showed you in your dreams, or the strength to be able to walk into the spaces that you are called to be able to walk in, or to be able to do or be the type of man that you're supposed to be, the type of father that you're supposed to be, the type of husband that you're supposed to be, the type of businessman that you're supposed to be, the type of coworker and family member, if you don't believe that you can be that, then we already have a difficult problem, because if I'm leaning on other people to tell me what I'm supposed to believe about me, what I'm supposed to believe is my strength, what I'm supposed to believe is my thing. If I'm supposed to only wait for someone else to tell me how to believe in me, then reality is they're going to tell you what they believe, sometimes based upon how they feel. So you'll never be able to be stable in believing in you, because you'll get so many different variety of things, of people that tell you about what they believe you should be or they believe what you should do. But no, I want you to get to a point where you believe in you. I want you to get to a point where you believe in what you can do. You believe in what you see. You believe in the ideas that you have. You believe in the picture of the family that you want. You believe in the relationships that you want. You believe you are able to accomplish these things, not based upon what other people in your family has done, not based upon what they have not done, not based upon what you have seen created. No, not based upon any other factor other than you. I want you to believe that you have the strength. I want you to believe that you have the skills, that you have the wisdom, you have the stamina. You know how to get the connections. You know how to walk in the door. You know what to do when you sit at certain tables. I want you to believe in you. You have this ability to make it happen. When you believe in you, when you start believing in you, there's no room that you can walk in that you can't be able to do what you need to do in the room. When you start believing in you, you can walk among people that you admire and don't get off your game. Why? Because you believe in you. You bring something to the table. All of us do. Every single one of us brings something to the table. Some people will bring strength. Some people will bring wisdom. Some people will bring gifts. Some people will bring this. Some people will bring that. But everybody brings something to the table. But I just need you to believe that you have something that you bring to the table. You believe in you. Believe in what God has already gifted and made you to have and to be. So because here's the thing: if the Bible says that we are skillfully and wonderfully made, and if every single purpose or person has a purpose, and that is why we are here, then the reality is that you have already been before you became the age that you currently are. You have already been aligned and fashioned and equipped with all the skill and the tool that you need to be able to do what God has put in you to be able to do. The reason why you feel uncomfortable sometime in the spaces that you're in is not because you're not equipped for that space. It's not because you're not called for that space. It's not because you don't have the wisdom for that space. It's because you don't believe you're supposed to be in the room. So he makes you feel uncomfortable. He makes you feel agitated and irritated with certain things because he knows what he put in you. He knows what he equipped you with, and he's trying to get you to be able to see how strong you really are, how wise you really are, how intelligent you really are. Intelligence is not based upon if you went to school or not. Intelligence are is talking about the ability to be able to think at a certain level. You got it. You are skilled beyond what you think. You are wise beyond what you know. You are stronger than what you think you are. And because of those things, I need you to believe in you enough that you can be able to step in and do and walk in whatever you're supposed to be doing in this season. Because where we're going next is creating the vision for where you want to go. Because now I believe in me enough to do whatever I put on this paper. What the only thing that can stop me from doing what I need to do, we talked about this last time, but the only thing that can stop me from doing what I need to do is me. It's not you, it's not them, it's not the system, it's not the support, it's not the finances, it's not this, it's not that. No, it's none of those things. The only thing that stops me from walking in what I'm supposed to walk in is me believing in me. That's the only thing. If I don't believe in me, then I've already affected myself. I'll never be able to walk in these spaces. I'll never be able to have the conversations that I need to have. I'll never be able to write the poetry or the song or the book or be able to tutor or mentor or speak at schools or whatever your thing is. I won't be able to do that because at the end of the day, I don't believe in me. So I'm wanting you. I'm pushing you to be able to believe that you have this. Believe in you. Believe in what you can do. Believe in what you got. Believe in what you see and what you create. Now I know some people might be saying, "Look, Hiram, I don't see these big visions, and I don't have these big old, dreams, and I don't want to create a business, and I don't want to write a book. I just want to be a great dad." Believe that you can be. Believe, matter of fact, believe that you are. Believe you are the great father that you want to be. Believe that you are the great husband that you want to be. That you are. That believe that now. Believe I am already that. Now what I'm doing is developing this. Now what I'm doing is working on. I'm putting in the time. I'm making sure that I'm working and developing what I believe I already am. I don't have to wait till I'm rich to believe I can be. I don't have to wait till for me specifically. I don't have to wait for what I know I'm called to do. I don't have to wait to do it. I can do it now. I can work on it now. I can sharpen it now. Why? Because I already believe in me. I believe I can do it. You don't have to. You don't have to believe that I can do it. I believe I can do it. And because I believe in me and I believe that I can accomplish this, I believe that I can have this. It does not matter what you say, nor what do I see. All that matters is what I believe. What do I believe in me? What do I believe about me? What do I believe I can accomplish? What do I believe that I want to achieve? What do I believe? That's the thing that matters, is what I believe. What I believe shapes everything around me. What I believe shapes so much around me that it makes adjustments to things that is around me. Not just that I believe it. But when I believe it to the point that I'm starting to live in it, I'm starting to walk in it. I'm starting to now shape my world to be what I believe. That's the power of your belief system. That's the power of how you, when you believe a thing, how everything else starts to come into motion. That's the power of your belief. So, again, I end by saying, I want you again to believe in you, for you, not based on what they tell you. Believe in you, for you. I'm going to say it again. Believe in you, for you. Because we all have experienced moments in our lives where people didn't believe. We've all heard stories. We've heard stories like people say, hey, listen, my teacher said I'd never become nothing. But then I look at your life now and you were something. Matter of fact, you were a big something. Oh, I think who is that? Eric Thomas, one of the greatest motivational speakers of our time. Eric Thomas said, in some sense, that he had a mouth when he was younger, and that mouth used to get him in trouble. And because his mouth used to get him in trouble, his teachers didn't believe that he would be able to be something. But that same mouth, that same mouth is what's now making waves, is what's changing lives, is what's impacting marriages, is what's impacting people in their businesses, and in their personal individual lives. It's what's saving lives. It's what's giving people strength to be able to endure going through treatments and situations in life. It's that same thing that someone else did not believe in, that he came to a point where he believed in him. And now we see the result of him believing in himself. You and I, we have to believe in us. Again, not based on what they're saying. No, 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 no. If they agree with what you believe, cool. But I'm not basing my belief system. I'm not basing my whole thought process about myself. I'm not basing how I feel about me based upon what you're saying. No, I'm not doing that. Mm-mm. I believe in me, even if you can't see what I believe, even if you can't see what I see, even if you can't see me doing it, I still believe I can do it. Now, I am going to say this because I believe it's important. My belief system, again, is vitally important to my life. If I don't believe that I can accomplish it, if I don't believe that I have the strength, the willpower, the wisdom, the stamina, the everything that if I don't believe that I have it, then it's going to be very difficult for me to start trying to create an atmosphere, create a world, create a thing around this life that I want. It's going to be very difficult for me to be able to do it if I do not believe in me. It's very difficult. So I want you to believe that you got it, because you do. I want you to believe that you got it. And once you start to believe in you, start looking at your world. Start looking at the things around you. And as you're looking at the things around you, start making an assessment based upon what I believe in me. Does my world match my belief system? And if it doesn't, start making the change. I, it doesn't, you don't have to grow. You don't have to be starting off talking about, I believe I can do Like I know people be like, I believe I can make $1 billion. I believe you can too. But let's start off with believing you can make 1,000, a couple thousand. Let's believe that. If you've never made it, let's start at the level that we're at. Believe in what you believe. I can make a couple $1,000s. Matter of fact, if you ain't got a couple $1,000s in your savings, believe I can get 5, 10, 15, 20, $30,000 in my savings account. Believe there. Let's start there. But I believe in you though. You can do it. Don't get me wrong. You can achieve it. And I'm going to tell you why I'm telling you this. Because sometimes when we get into this mode of believing in us, we jump all the way out there, which is, I don't think is a bad thing at all. Jump, jump, do, jump, jump. But some people can't handle jumping all the way out there and not seeing it change tomorrow because it's not. You believing in you tonight don't mean you're going to wake up in the morning and have $1 billion in your account. No, it takes work because you have put in you've been putting in work in what you believed about you before. So now it's going to take time to work this through and start seeing results on this new belief system. It's going to take time for that. So give yourself goals, give yourself markers. I believe in myself. I believe I can. I believe I can be a great father. I believe I'm a great father. And let's be specific. I believe I'm a great father. I spend time with my sons. I spend time with my children. I'm focused in my time. We're having I want to have great conversations with them. I want to be able to know what's going on in their world. I want to be able to spend one-on-one time with them. I want this is what I believe I can do. This is a part of my belief. I believe I'm a great father, not because I can provide for them. No, I believe I'm a great father because I pour into them. I spend time with them. I love on them. I listen to them. I help them. I'm developing them. Now, all of this is a part of what I believe in me. And now I have goals. Okay, I want to track. This is what I'm gonna start doing. So action points, action moments. This is what I'm gonna start doing so I can be able to see these type of results because this is what I believe I can do and achieve. I'm using my sons. I'm using our children. It starts. You can do just shape what you want, but give yourself some steps. I believe I can do. Okay, show me how you're gonna do it. Let's make some simple steps. I believe I can do X, Y, and Z. Whatever that X, Y, or that Z is, let me put some steps to that so you can start walking in it. You want to get conditioned not just to believe in you, but you want to get conditioned to live in what I believe. Live in what I believe. And the way that I live in what I believe is when I'm believing in me, I believe I can do. I believe I can have. I believe now I need steps to get me to what I'm believing I can do and have. Start giving yourself these steps. Now, I'm gonna give you a cheat sheet because I mean we have to be able to when we're creating things and walking through things, certain things we don't have an excuse why you don't have a plan to get it done. Take advantage of the stuff that's out here that can help you create plans. There's stuff all on the internet can help you have a plan, have a goal sheet, a plan. You can use any AI technology and act and get. Hey, listen, I need a plan on how to be able to get out of debt because I want to be a millionaire. How can I get from where I'm at with this amount of my account and making this amount of money? How can I get from here to where I'm trying to go? Give me some steps. Give me some goals that I need to start looking at achieve. Like you can use what you need to use to be able to create the plan. But you got to start with the concept of believing in you, believing in what you want to achieve and do, and then put some action steps to it. Put some action steps to it. So you can start living in, walking in the direction, the lane, the pathway of what you say you believe. Let's make it happen because I believe in you. But most importantly, I want you to. I love you all. And as always, I'm excited. I get excited. That's why I get amped on these conversations, and I'm talking loud and all of that because I get excited because I understand. I get passionate. This is my passion. I get passionate about this because I realize that once we start functioning and flowing in what we believe and functioning in these things that we talk about in these conversations, I see the big picture. I know how this is going to impact your life. I realize that this is so vitally important. And sometimes the reason why I'm giving us the context of that we need to do action steps with what we believe is because there has been times where I believe something, but because I never put steps to it, I never start walking in it. I never start living it out. I never start functioning in it because I had a belief in myself, but I never knew what to do with the belief. I never knew what to do next. Okay, yeah, I believe in me. Cool. Yep, I believe I could do it. I believe I could do it. Okay, what's next? Next is get some action. Put some steps to it. Live it out. Walk this thing out. Because everything that you believe that you can be able to accomplish and do, and everything that you believe that you have the ability to do it. You just have to now create the steps to make it happen. So I love y'all, and I'm grateful for this greatness tribe. And I know our lives are never going to be the same. I'll see you next time, right here on the Focus on Greatness podcast. Talk to you later. Bye bye.